Hello and how are you today, my friend? I welcome you to this channel. I'm so grateful that you are here. I greet you wherever you are, according to the time. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. And I welcome you once again. Feel at the right place. Today, by the grace of God, I want to share a story that has come in my mind. It has forced me, like I felt to share. It's been some time, but then I just feel that this is the time that I need to share with you this story, because by the end of the day, it will teach you a lesson. And this goes to parents. If God has enabled you to have a child, doesn't matter the age of your child. Could be they are in a toddler stage, could be they have started schooling, could be they are teenagers. Doesn't matter. But this message goes to you. Back in my high school, I had a friend, and this friend was so close to me. We used to share, we loved one another, we cherished one another, like we cooperated in many ways. And so in that in the middle of our relationship, I came to realize that her mother was not that well up. In fact, she had a single mother. The dad had passed on, and the mother was struggling to cater for the needs of this girl together with her siblings, and she was the firstborn, if I'm not wrong, according to the way she told me. So according to the career, whatever her mother used to do to earn her daily bread, she could not afford to cater for whatever this girl needed, and in full, especially as an pocket money, and also to pay for school fees. So it happened that the mother had a friend, and the friend was a doctor. This doctor, doctors have money, although I do not know whether it's all doctors who have money or something, depending on the whatever they like, how they spend their money. So the mother talked with the doctor, and she told the doctor that if it is possible, he'd be paying some amount of money, providing for the daughter in terms of school fees and some pocket money, so that the girl will be kept going. The doctor did not refuse. The doctor agreed, and I don't know the conditions that were made between the mother and the doctor. I do not know. But what I know is that the doctor used to provide for this girl. So the girl did not open this for everybody. But since I was her close friend, I came to realize, because she had a lot of things in her box, dining box, and also the box that was in the kitchen, and also dormitory. She dressed well. She was looking good, and therefore when I asked her, depending on what her mother used to earn, she had to reveal it to me that her mother had a friend, and the friend connected her to this girl, so that the friend will be helping the girl. Yeah, so we studied during our third year. The third term, the doctor requested this girl to pass by. This was during our mid-term, and the doctor requested the girl to pass by his place before she went to her mother's place or to their home. So you see, there are some things, if you do to a person, like if you keep providing for me, you keep giving me, there are some offers I cannot turn down, like I will have to accept in a way. So this happened to this girl. Like, she could not refuse the offer. She could not she could not defend herself, like I'm not coming or something, because the doctor said, you just pass by and just see me, and then I will release you to go to your mother. So the girl went. So when the girl passed by, the doctor told her, like she wanted to know how the girl is faring on, and she told the girl to spend the night there with him. It was hard for the girl to refuse because the doctor, in a way, threatened her, like, I've been helping you. There's nothing that I've demanded from you. There's nothing that I've demanded from your mother. And you cannot do this to me. So you just have to spend the night here with me. So when the girl saw that the doctor had changed his face, and it was like he wanted to force the girl. She was in a way threatened. She feared, and she gave in. So they spent the night there. The following morning, the mother knew about it. In fact, the following morning, the girl went home. So from that day, the very day is when this girl conceived. So after 3 days, we were to go back to school. The girl came. We were to complete our third term. During that term, exams. So that now we close for the long holidays. So that is what happened. But then after we came up from midterm, after some time, this girl had some funny behaviors. We could not understand, like, most of the time she felt like sleeping. Most of the time she don't want to talk like she used to do before. And therefore, our matron realized it. Therefore, there's a dispensary connected with that school where girls used to be taken for tests or to be treated if they fell unwell. And therefore, she was taken there. And the matron told the doctor to take the tests, and the girl tested positive for pregnancy. So after that, she became so down. She hated everything. She did not want even to go to class. She did not want to talk. And as much as we tried to talk to her, she said that she did not see any need to stay alive. She wanted to die and end everything. So as much we continued talking, it was not easy, I'm telling you. So in that school, girls are not allowed to stay while they are pregnant. Like, they send you home to your parents so that when you give birth, you come back to continue their studies. So she was not an exception. She was sent home, but the night before she went home, we took time, my friends and I, we spent that night with her, talking, like showing her the positivity of life. Like, there was no need for her to end the life. Like, there's a lot that awaited her, and therefore this one was not the end, because she's not the first one. So we talked to her almost the whole night. Therefore, in the morning, she had to go home. We were so worried because, like, we did not know whether she was to go home or she was to go elsewhere, do bad things in her life or something, because this thing had caused a lot of trauma in her life. Like, she was not herself. So we believed to God. We prayed for her, and then she went. So I thank God so much, because we followed and we got a report that she had arrived home safely. So from there, she stayed with her mother, and she took care of her pregnancy until she gave birth. Come next year, we were to sit for our KCSE exams, and therefore she gave birth some months towards our exam. I think it was a month to our exam. She gave birth, and she gave birth to a girl. We got a report because we used to follow to know about her life and how she was faring on. And therefore, after she gave birth, we continued encouraging her through the phone and talking to her through her mother's phone, and she was willing to come back and sit for our KCSE exams. So by the time we sat for our KCSE exams, the baby was 2 months or something there. So she was very young, and therefore don't know whether it was 2 months or 1 month somewhere. So the mother escorted this girl to school, but then she was staying in the near neighborhood market. The market that was connected to a school. The mother was there. She camped there with the baby. So the girl used to come, sit for her morning paper. She spent the night with the baby and the mother. The following morning, she sits for her paper. She goes back to nurse her baby. The following paper, she did the same. The other paper, she did the same. That's how she completed our exam, our KCSE exam. So it was hectic because I could even pity her, how she could come, even do the paper. She had not studied for the paper. She goes to nurse the baby and all that. So after completing our course, we waited for results. Actually, we knew very well that she could not perform well, and it happened. So she failed, and she did not get the grade she wanted. So still I kept in touch with the girl, and she was all the time blaming the mother. She was like, if my mother did not connect me with this person, I could have stayed home. Even it's not a must that I was to complete my course at this age. Maybe I could have waited for my mother to prepare herself. She was regretting, and she was crying with her mother. The girl was very disciplined. She had no boyfriend. She had not defiled herself. She was very disciplined. Parents, this goes to all of you. How are you treating your children? There's my choice, and there is your choice. Your choice cannot be my choice. If this girl was not forced, if she fell in love with that doctor willingly, that could be another case. But then being forced to do it was the worst thing. Therefore, what are you forcing your children to do? We have our rights. Children have their rights. What are you forcing them to do? Mother, you could have waited or looked for sponsorship, scholarship, or if that was not possible, crying to churches or anybody of goodwill, good heart. They could have chipped in other than forcing your child, connecting your child with a man. And as I've learned, there's nothing that man can offer you for free. They will demand for pay. They will demand for revenge. They will just need something in exchange. And what is that thing? What is that thing in exchange? Your body. In most cases. So please, parents, I'm sure we are living in an era whereby we have gadgets, we have internet. You love your children so much that you want to provide for them whatever they ask you to. And sure you know what they are doing with those gadgets. And sure you know the source of what your children are possessing, what they are owning. Are you the one who has bought that laptop? Are you the one who has bought that phone, that mobile phone of that? Are you the one who has bought that computer? Are you the one who has bought that dress, that suit? Ensure you know the source. Make sure you sit, you observe your child's movement. If they come with something new, doesn't matter the age, even the toddlers, those who are in this baby class, the preschool, whatever they come with that you are not sure of where they took it from, you are not the one who provided. Be there to know, be there to inquire. Do not assume. Ignorance is the worst thing you can do to your child. It's a very sympathetic story. Even up to today, I came across that girl together with her baby. The baby is growing. She has turned to be somehow a big girl. By the time we met, she was like 4 years. Currently, parents, ensure that you are not going to make your children regret for the things that you did for them, thinking that you are helping them, thinking that you are giving them future. Let them look for that future themselves. Let them look for those partners themselves, but do not be a partaker of that. Do not be there to act as if you are the connector. Be warned. So, if this video has been of help to you, share it. There are people who are practicing these things. May they be warned. May God help us. May God help us. And if you have ever done this to your child, please apologize to them. It's very, very painful. If my mother could have done this to me, I don't know whether I could have forgiven her. I don't mean that I cannot forgive, but some things are very, very painful. So please, let's avoid. Correct before it worsens. Before you start regretting, before you start saying that I wish I knew. This is the time. Correct, so that you are going to prevent many other things that could have happened in the future. May God bless you. Continue following me for more videos. Continue praying for me, for God to increase me, for God to enlarge me. And please share this video. Keep alive that you will be able to give an account for yourself and also for your children. Shalom.